It's another beautiful day in Oxnard, California, as the Cowboys return to practice with a padded practice this afternoon, and that's why we're not in any of the harbors tonight. But it's inside Cowboys training camp, brought to you by Ford. Brad Sham, Mickey Spagnola. We do forget, because although we've only been here a week, it's the kind of Groundhog Day effect that makes it feel like more sometimes. We're not complaining. The weather's fantastic. But the fact that today was just the third padded practice means we're just now getting to the point of camp where things really start to kind of separate themselves.
Yeah, I think so, Brad, and probably some of these guys that have been missing will start working back into practice. They're missing for injury situations. But yeah, I think the competition now really ramps up this week with the practices in a row, 3 padded practices in a row, and then we get to the weekend. There's a scrimmage on Sunday, so yeah, I think things ramp up this week.
Now, one name you haven't heard a whole lot of, but be ready to hear again, is fullback Jameis Olawale. He's in his second tenure with the Cowboys. They got him after Keith Smith signed as a free agent with the Raiders, and the Cowboys, Jason Garrett said today, he likes what he sees from his fullback.
He's doing a good job. He really is. You know, we had him before, and so we knew him. We knew the kind of guy he was. You know, just seeing him from a distance playing in Oakland, he really has developed into a good football player. And we talked about versatility with the receiver position earlier. He's a very versatile guy. He can do a lot of things. He can be a physical blocker. He can catch the ball out of the backfield from the fullback spot. You see him in protection on third downs. So he's a really mature player, he's very athletic, and can do a lot of things for you.
So Brad, I think I like his versatility. He's a really sturdy blocker, as a lead blocker as a fullback. He can catch the ball out of the backfield, and he can play special teams too. So he's a very well-rounded, versatile fullback that I think you're going to see a little bit of him this year.
And speaking of special teams, there's a new man in charge of that Cowboys unit, and we'll profile him when we continue on Inside Cowboys Training Camp, brought to you by Ford.
Inside Cowboys Training Camp, presented by Ford, is brought to you by AT&T. More for your thing. That's our thing. Sleep Number. The new Sleep Number 360 smart bed helps everyone from parents to pros improve their performance through quality sleep. Only at a Sleep Number store. And by Ford. Visit your local Texas Ford dealer. Ford is the best in Texas. This segment is brought to you by Sleep Number. The new Sleep Number 360 smart bed helps everyone from parents to pros improve their performance through quality sleep. Only at a Sleep Number store.
Welcome back to Oxnard, California. It's Inside Cowboys Training Camp, brought to you by Ford. Brad Sham, Mickey Spagnola. And as real fans know, maybe more than ever, because of various rules changes, special teams could influence the outcome of a lot of NFL games this year. So this is a great time to meet the Cowboys' new special teams coordinator. Jerry Jones said on day one of camp, the part of his team about which he's most excited is the coaching staff. There are 7 coaches new to the staff and 2 promotions, one of whom is Keith O'Quinn. After 4 years assisting Rich Bisaccia on special teams, O'Quinn has taken over. His philosophy?
You know, we're going to be fast, we're going to be physical. I think, again, that's part of football, like I alluded to earlier. But it's really, you know, how you play. It's really how you play the game. You know, all the scheme in the world is great, but you know, if you're not a physical football player, if you're not a violent football player, it's really tough to be successful in this game.
The Cowboys have had some great and volatile special teams coaches in the last 25 years. Bisaccia, Joe DeCamillis, and of course, the late Joe Avezzano. O'Quinn's nothing like them, but the former scout, University of North Texas safety, and high school coach understands why so many special teams coaches appear to be so emotional.
Obviously, it's a job that you're working with so many different guys. You're touching so many different parts of our team. And, you know, there is an energy about football in general. So, you know, the energy that you convey to your players, that you instill in those guys, obviously they're really going to take on the, they're going to take on the personality of the coach a lot of times.
One of the things to really like the most about Keith O'Quinn, I think, is his varied background. We mentioned playing at North Texas, coaching in high school, and he said he loves personnel, but we didn't really have time in that piece to get into the fact working in quality control for the Cowboys, breaking down tape.
And if anybody knows anything about the quality control job, you really pay your dues to get into this profession. The quality control guy, back when he was doing it, would sit there after games, break down tape, and have all the cut-ups ready for the assistant coaches when they come in on Monday morning. And I can tell you, I had to walk past Keith O'Quinn's office, and there would be nights that I'd leave, and I thought I was staying late. He'd be there 2, 3 o'clock in the morning doing that. I called it a thankless job, but it was a job that helped him vault to where he is today.
Yes, he's earned this spot. And when we come back, Mickey and I will talk about some things to look for elsewhere in the next 2 days of practices when we continue with Inside Cowboys Training Camp, brought to you by Ford.
This segment was brought to you by Sleep Number. The new Sleep Number 360 Smart Bed helps everyone from parents to pros improve their performance through quality sleep. Only at a Sleep Number store.
Dallas Cowboys single game tickets starting at $30 are on sale now. Don't miss your chance to see the Cowboys live at AT&T Stadium this season. Visit DallasCowboys.com to get your tickets before they're gone. Welcome back to Oxnard. It's Inside Cowboys Training Camp, brought to you by Ford. Brad Sham, Mickey Spagnola. One of the most interesting aspects of today involved the leaf blower, the guy who was trying to clean the field while Jason Garrett had his press conference going. I understand he interrupted your online podcast first.
He did, and that was a couple days ago, and I kind of explained to him you can blow the leaves after we're done. Well, there's another podcast after we're finished, and he had to get yelled at again. And this poor guy, he just, his timing is a little bit off.
He was just trying to do his job. Jason Garrett stopped his press conference, said, anybody know the leaf blower? When he was finished, he said, okay, cue the leaf blower. The Cowboys are down a receiver with Cedric Wilson, the rookie from Boise, having the shoulder issue is going to keep him out a while. They worked the guy out today, probably won't sign him, but it's time to start paying attention to depth and who's missing from drills to see how they get tested in depth for repetition.
Right, and from the wide receiver position, you know, Terrence Williams is moving closer and closer, but as talking to Sanjay Lal, he was like, we're just trying to get him reacclimated. We don't want to push him too soon. He missed all the off season, so we're kind of finding spots where he's going to fit in. I think that's happening at other positions too. Defensive tackle, you're trying to figure out what you got there before you start giving the guys that you really trust a whole bunch of reps. Maybe same thing on the second team offensive line. You're trying to sort those things out. So yeah, you're exactly right, and I bet we start seeing some sorting out at the running back position also.
That could certainly happen, and guys like Dayton Jones, who's running first team at defensive tackle with Malik Collins and David Irving both out, this is only going to stand him in good stead. Same with the young safeties until Kayvon Frazier is back.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, the good thing about that is those guys are getting opportunities. Guys like Cam Kelly, guys, Xavier Woods getting maybe more than he would have gotten with the first team.
More about Cam Kelly tomorrow, by the way, when we come back to Oxnard on Inside Cowboys Training Camp, brought to you by Ford.
Inside Cowboys Training Camp, presented by Ford, was brought to you by AT&T. More for your thing. That's our thing. Sleep Number. The new Sleep Number 360 Smart Bed helps everyone from parents to pros improve their performance through quality sleep. Only at a Sleep Number store. Ford. Visit your local Texas Ford dealer. Ford is the best in Texas. And by the Dallas Cowboys Football Club. Want to tour AT&T Stadium? For more information, call 817-892-TOUR or visit attstadium.com/tours.
If you missed any part of this show or want to see more Dallas Cowboys content, check us out on the Cowboys Now app on any of your connected TV devices.